All right, welcome back to the Leveling Together series. This is, of course, RF4, and I think I'm actually going to be having to go into work a little early, so we may not even have a full hour here for this this episode, but I was planning on getting one in, so let's just kind of do what we can here. We are obviously at Mosquito again, and the first thing I want to check is, at least with a couple of these lines, see if we'll see. Let's put the Crucian Gibble mix on there, I think. See if there's any Nightcrawler activity. And then I think we'll also put maybe garlic dough on one. At least until I can see what else is biting. So the major change we're making here is going to a much smaller feeder. Leader. Bottom feeder leader. We're going to the 3.2 kilo like we were using before. And I think I'm going to go to a size 10 hook with the garlic dough. We're using 6 with the Nightcrawlers, which in the past at least was how we were catching all the trophy Chinese sleepers and occasionally catching trophy Gibbles or Crucians as well. So we're going to at least see if that is working at all. This looks like a nice fish. It seems like this might be still working. Is that a Gibble? Yeah, it is a Gibble. It's a nice one too. Let's change the ground bait on this one as well. Of course, this spot was best overnight, but once I saw what time it was in game, I knew that if I waited till a later daytime or time of day to start the video, I might not get it in at all because of work. But if I have time later tonight, or later on, I may do a follow-up video. We'll see. So we are getting some nibbles there. There is a white bream order, so once we get past maybe noon or so, if this spot isn't killing it, we could move up to back up to the dock and see if we can get on some white bream or something. Let's see what we have time for. Tench, okay. This spot is always interesting. Let's see here. Let's see what the weekly Crucians and Gibbles are being called on at this point. I don't know. I think the server's a little slow right now. I noticed when we logged in, it seemed to be hardly responding, and it's definitely struggling to pull up the records. That is a long wait. Okay. Let's see. Is that garlic dough? Oh, honey dough. Pearl barley. Is this honey dough as well? Okay, so we should try honey dough. Potentially. And then Gibbles. Is that bread? 2 on wet bread. We'll just keep night crawlers on 1, I think. And we'll switch this one to, I just don't know that we want, we'll do a size 8 hook maybe with the honey dough. Oh, do we not have honey dough? Okay, let's do it with bread for now. Yeah, I mean, the server's barely responding. That may affect bite rate and stuff too, I don't know. When do you open up honey dough? That is interesting. Am I just overlooking it? Cottage cheese, pea porridge. Oh, there it is. At 55%, I would not have... I would have guessed so much lower than 55% for the honey dough. It's a nice fish. That's a gibble, and I think that might be a trophy. Almost. Alright. So let's move garlic dough onto bread. That is a sleeper, but we're not getting the percentage of trophies that we were a while back. But again, this isn't the ideal time either. Alright. See what we got here on garlic dough. I think we switched to bread on these two. Or we could try pearl barley, actually. Let's try pearl barley before we switch to bread on 2. If the bite rate on pearl barley is good, then we can keep that up. If it's not, then we'll just have both of them on bread. Although the server makes me nervous right now. Alright, that did not take too long on pearl barley to get something biting on it. Let's see what it... Wow, look how fast bread was again. Another nice sized fish too. Feels so heavy, it's awesome. So we're bread size 8 hook on this one. Can't tell. Is there something on this one? I don't think so. Not yet. Pearl barley's getting some nibbles, but it hasn't actually taken it yet. There we go. Another, also a nice fish. Looks like it is a crucian. It's a very nice one. Let's stay with pearl barley, and we'll keep using up our crucian gibble mix for now. So we've got some variety here. Bread, pearl barley, and then night crawlers. It seems like right now, big crucians are showing up, which is fun. I suspect that if you were patient here, you're going to see some crucian trophies just based on the sizes that we're seeing here at almost noon o'clock. Noon o'clock? Is that the way you say it? smells weird. So far, this has been very good. I mean, if you look at the percentage of markers we're catching right now, it's very nice, and it's also just very good to have a spot that's fishing this well here, this late in the morning or early afternoon. So definitely a good sign, and might be worth coming back and checking this out a little more when I've got time to do a full 24 cycle. It's another fatty crucian here. Almost a kilo, I'd say. This isn't a super fast way to level up. It is pretty steady silver, in particular if you can get a couple of cafe orders done in the meantime. The thing that's slowing us down a little bit right now, it's a smaller one. One thing that's slowing us down a little bit right now is the night crawlers on our first rod, but it's just worth it if trophies are still coming out on night crawlers. Again, not the ideal time, but they often do. In the past, at least, night crawlers have often just been gangbusters here. I'm not going to look at records again because the server queue, but it's also worth trying boilies in this spot at times for the gibbles and crucians. So that's something else we can look at possibly. One thing I'm realizing, we do need to get spin fishing up to 15% if we're going to try to do trolling at Corey. I guess we could just troll with spinner baits or whatever, with the spinners and just catch grayling and perch or whatever we would catch until we get it up to 15%. But you really want to have spoons unlocked by the time you get to Corey for trolling and whatnot. So as the temperature's going up and everything, the bread is starting to catch smaller fish here, even with the size 8 hook. And this is a 10, right? Yeah, 10 on the pearl barley. But there's no doubt about the bite rate of bread. It's been fantastic. wonder if pearl barley is more likely to hook into a common carp, which with these small leaders on here. Although this is the one that we have the size 10 hook, so we're probably okay. This spot has been so interesting, and the time that we have left, I don't know if I should just keep going here or go try out the dock. It might just be nice to know how the dock is looking up there. Maybe using worms, red worms, and maybe garlic dough. I don't know, just to see what's biting what up there. We'll see what these next couple fish are. Let that help determine what our plan is. That's a little guy. At Mosquito, it is worth keeping even your undersized non-marker fish. There are a reasonable amount of orders that do allow you to turn in orders for undersized fish that if you have room in your net, it's worth holding on to them. But the spot seems to be pretty healthy. I'm guessing there's still trophies coming out of this water. Which it doesn't take too many trophies to get you up to, like, you know, even at Mosquito, 100 silver an hour. Plus with a couple of lucky cafe orders, you can do pretty good here when it's hot. Both of these lines had nibbles going on, and now they're died down. Sometimes you see this with the larger hooks, although 10 shouldn't really be doing that too much, but we've got a 6 on those night crawlers, so there's a lot of fish that's just not going to catch. But hopefully we'll catch some trophies eventually. Alright. I don't think it's a good idea to just wait too long for this one, how slow the night crawlers have been during this part of the day. All right, let's go just see what's going on in the dock area. I don't have a lot of time left, maybe 15 minutes. We also could troll around Mosquito a little bit, although I'm thinking that would be probably really slow. Yeah, I want to try it over here first. I don't know, maybe like a 20-meter clip. And let's go with bream mix, size 6, worm. We could probably do more like a 18 clip. And on this one, let's do wait, did I do 6 hook? We don't want 6. We'll do 8 with red worm. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, we left the 6 on there. We don't really want 6. Alright, and then this, I think we'll keep the pearl barley on there and go with size 10, I guess. And then we can switch that one to, if pearl barley doesn't really catch much right now on the day, at least we can switch that one to worms as well. I think worm will be the one, worm and red worm will be the ones that do the best in this spot for now. Overnight with bream out of this hole, it might be different, but so that was the pearl barley line, right? Yeah. We do have the really small leader zone, so like a 1 kilo bream is going to feel like, if we happen to hook into one of those, it's going to feel like a massive fish. That looked like a roach, didn't it? I hope the servers get dialed in before I play again tonight. I guess it could be on my end, but usually when this is happening, it's on the RF4 end, I think. Yeah, let's change this this size 6 hook. Worm should be catching some stuff even during the hot part of the day. It shouldn't be completely blanking out, but I think we've just got too big of a hook on there. And as it gets later, we may even want to go smaller hook to try to catch the yeah, we don't want to do full cast because that one's still on 20, to try to catch the white bream. A nice small hook should catch white bream and rough pretty decently. This is on the red worm. looks like a perch to me. Yeah, and that may be the thing, what I'm not considering here. We may want to be at smaller hook sizes, because even at this point, I think it's possible we would occasionally catch white bream and stuff, but we need to be at least like on 12s for hooks, I think. And on 12s, you would still occasionally catch the regular bream and other stuff. So as we catch things here, we might start switching hooks. You really could probably go down to like 16 and be okay. The roaches are kind of biting everything right now, aren't they? Whew. And that's on friction break 14. Goodness. Did we change this hook size? We have not yet. Well, it's almost takes the fun out of it. Yeah, I don't know. What the heck? All right, it's an 8 silver order. It's probably worth it. I'd have to check to be sure, but that's 11 silver. Probably worth it, 22 silver. So that's already like a decent amount of silver. And then $16 more. So we did pretty good there in a small amount of time because we hit 3 cafe orders. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and call it here. I would keep going a few more minutes, but this server lag is killing me. So let's go ahead and call it there. We are up to 341 silver, so we're getting there where we can make a purchase. I think we want to upgrade a reel first, and then we'll maybe try to get 2 spinning rods that we control with and go from there. Okay. As always, thanks for watching. Sorry this one's been a little shorter, but if I have time, if work doesn't kill me tonight, I will try to get on here and do another one. I'm definitely enjoying this. I'm enjoying fishing at Mosquito. I think after a while, I just kind of get tired of fishing at the same place, so it's nice to bounce back to Mosquito for a little bit. But until next time, I will see you then. Peace out.